Hi, St. Monica parents. This is Mrs. Last. This video is serving as our weekly State of the School update for this week. The following announcements I have as we embark on our first day of school on Monday. Teachers have been back in the building since last Thursday. We've done a lot of professional development to help prepare us for a successful school year. And we're just so excited and feel very blessed for the opportunity to serve your children as educators in a successful school year. We are just asking for a lot of patience, a lot of grace, and a lot of prayers as we go into the unknown. We feel confident in our plan, but we are certainly going to make mistakes along the way because we really have never done this type of learning before. So please know that we are open to feedback. We have a growth mindset. We hope to partake in that growth mindset and teach it to our kiddos as well, to make sure that we're all just truly in this together as one community of faith and love through St. Monica. So with that being said, here are my announcements for this week. First, Lynn McIntyre will be serving as our 5th grade teacher in the interim. We are still looking for a long-term teacher for 5th grade. So if you know anybody great, please send them our way. But Lynn has stepped up and has decided that it is in the best interest of our kiddos to serve in that capacity to begin with. There will be a communication flow chart that will go home through our weekly mail chip as well, so that you know who to go to for what. But in the interim, most of the things you'll be coming to me for: curriculum, discipline questions, things about marketing, development, communication. Those are all things that will go to me to start with. And then when Lynn transitions back into her other role, which will be eventually the coordinator of communications and development and then dean of school operations, we will transfer some of those job responsibilities back to Lynn. But for now, her primary responsibility is to serve as our 5th grade, one of our 5th grade teachers. With that being said, if you are somebody that has a strong marketing or development background and you are eager to volunteer your time, please reach out to me, because I could certainly use some help navigating that as we move forward in the interim when Lynn is serving as our 5th grade teacher. The other announcements is just very brief. For if your child has gym, please make sure that they do have another set of gym shoes. Masks, I've had a lot of questions and I apologize for the inconsistency in communication on this. Yes, every student who is above the age of 5 will be wearing masks in their classroom. Students that are 3 or 4 still need to bring masks to school because they will need to wear them when they're in communal spaces like the hallway or the church. So please make sure your child has an appropriate mask. They may not have like the ventilator clip in them. They may not just wear a face shield. They have to actually follow the CDC guidelines of what a face covering should be. So please, if you're worried about if your kid's mask is appropriate or not, check out the CDC website. They really provide a clear explanation on what is safe and what is not. Also, if there are designs, so my mask, I have mine off because I'm by myself in my office right now, but mine has some like flower designs. We aren't going to stress out about designed masks. So if your child has a designed mask, it's okay. We really just, the important part is that they're wearing them. They're also making these really neat type of like lanyards. This was gifted to me. It looks similar to a necklace, but it helps that I can just pull it on and off, similar to like a reading glasses lanyard. So if you'd like to have one of those for your child, you may certainly send them to school with one. It is helpful. Please send your child with 1 or 2 water bottles throughout the day in the event that they get thirsty, so they have those at their side. If you have not signed your tuition agreement or have set up your tuition payment plan, please make sure you do so as soon as possible. Your teachers should have been sent out an email to you with a link for the virtual open house that will happen today, this evening. If for some reason you have not received information from your teacher, please let Amy or Katie in the office know, and they'll link you up to the appropriate teacher. The important part that you will have seen in those letters is that there was an archdiocesan liability form that needs to be signed before your child can can enter into the school on Monday. So please make sure that that form is signed and given to the school prior to Monday. If you need another copy of that, please let us know. In the mail chip for this week, you will also find an updated symptom tracker. The symptom tracker was endorsed by our health department. Our medical advisory team helps support the symptom tracker, and it's an updated one from the one you would have received in your forms and fees. The major difference is what to do for our sibling protocol. So please pay close attention to our protocol for siblings in the event that a child becomes symptomatic. So keep an eye out for that. Virtual learning plans. So in the event that a class or our school have to go virtual, you would have seen in our reopening plan that we do have a virtual plan. After having staff take a look at that over the past few days and provide some feedback based on research and what their experience was in the classroom last year, there are some minor changes that have been made. I will do my very best to spruce up that component of our reopening document and provide it to you electronically by Monday. So please be on the lookout for that in the event that we do have to go virtual. Kids are kids, so our kiddos are gonna forget things from time to time. We will have 2 laundry baskets at both of our main entrances in the event that a kiddo forgets a lunch or forgets a textbook, something that they need for school. Our protocol for this year will be different than the past. So we are asking that if your child has forgotten something, that you give the office a call and say, so-and-so has forgotten their lunch today, I'm going to drop it off. When you drop it off, we're going to ask that you make sure that the item is labeled and that you put it in the basket and then just ring the bell. And that will notify the office that there's an item placed in the basket, and they will come and receive the item and then give it to the child. We're really trying to limit visitors in our building to just stay on top of our mitigation strategies. So thank you for your cooperation with that. Class list. I've had a number of requests for teachers, changes. At this point, it is very difficult to make any changes to our class list. It's not necessarily impossible for extreme circumstances, but it is difficult. A lot of thought is put through these class lists when it comes to finding balance with academics and with social and emotional skills. And so please be patient with us. The teachers did their best in making sure that these class lists were done appropriately. With that being said, the other part is we have to be extremely mindful of the space that we have in our classrooms. That is what's allowing us to stay open and to start in person, is being able to spread kids out appropriately and have smaller class sizes. So switching kids at this point is really not feasible, and I just please ask for your patience and grace with this. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to say that I'm not being accommodating to your kids, but the long story short is that school starts on Monday. We have procedures in place to keep kids safe, and simply the volume of kids in each classroom is our #1 mitigation strategy in allowing for appropriate space. So please just note that. Our school calendar is going to be sent to the printer shortly, and you should receive that in the coming weeks. The school directory. So this was something I know that lots of families are eagerly wanting, and I know that it's important, but you will not receive the school directory until the end of October. There's nothing else that we can do to make that happen faster. Our priority has to be a safe return to school, and that's what I have directed our office staff to spend their time on at this point. So the directory will happen, but it will be released to you towards the end of October. Quick reminder for September. So September 15th are our school pictures. We are slotted to have these pictures taken outside to help with mitigation control. And then also September 11th are 8th grade pictures. More information about what this will look like and what the expectations are will be coming shortly, but just wanted to have those 2 dates on your radar. We've had lots of questions just about supply drop-off. I know that typically that would have happened during Forms and Fees Day. We will do our best to ensure that there's extra sets of hands walking around to help all the littles with all of their supplies. And again, we just ask for your patience as this is a new protocol for us. Lastly, we will be still participating in weekly liturgy. As noted in our reopening plan, half of our school community will attend in person. The other half, it will live stream into their classrooms. We are asking at this time that no community members or parents attend our school liturgies, at least to start off with. Again, it's just one of our mitigation strategies. The third, last and final announcement in regards to mitigation strategies for a safe return to school. So the CDC has updated a few of their protocols in response to when to get tested. We are in communication with our health department on if we need to change anything within our policies. And once we find out that information, it will be communicated to you directly. But as of now, we're just going to continue to follow the policies that we have put in place in our reopening plan. The one thing I wanted to note is that the health department is really advising that I'm notifying families and staff in the event of a positive case. You will not get notification from me in the event that a child becomes symptomatic and is sent home. So please know that I won't be sending a letter saying there's a child in school that became symptomatic and went home. I won't be communicating that in that fashion per our health department. What I will be communicating is that in the event that a child becomes symptomatic, they're tested and they're tested positive, then I will notify the appropriate staff and students in a confidential manner that there is a student or a staff member that has tested positive, and we're following the direction of the health department in our next steps and have notified the appropriate close contact people. I just want to be honest and transparent about that. There was some conversation around that, and that is what the health department has advised us to do. My door is always open virtually, so if you would like to set up a virtual meeting with me, I'm happy to do that. I am also happy to take any phone calls if needed. I just ask for some patience because for the next 2 days, I will be with staff, really preparing them for a successful school year. And then my presence throughout the building will definitely be needed as we begin the new school year on Monday. Continue to teach your kiddos at home about mask wearing, hand sanitizing, hand washing, all of those good mitigation strategies so that they're well prepared for school on Monday. We're really excited to see everybody. I'm really excited to start putting faces with names from all the wonderful people that I've talked to throughout the summer. And again, I just feel so blessed to have such a wonderful school community here to support us in what is going to be a fantastic school year. Have a great last weekend of summer, and we will see you on Monday. Take care.